My question is, so as I said, we've been on lockdown for about 5 weeks, but the gyms have actually been closed in the entire country for about 4 months.
Yeah.
There have been like these small gyms around, maybe an hour drive away, nothing that I could reasonably get to regularly.
Right.
And so you talked in the past about titrating up after a long break.
Right.
And you mentioned, like, again, my numbers aren't great because I started starting training at the beginning of the year. I'm a 29-year-old male now. I'm 6'2", weigh about 180.
Well, look, you're in prison. I understand. You have no control over your body weight because you can't train.
And I gained about 30 pounds. Like, I gained about 30 pounds in like
good
the 3 or
God.
4 months in the middle. I was able to actually work out. So things were going real great.
Right.
Right.
I got up to, I don't know what it is in pounds. I got up to 140 on my deadlift, 130 on my squat in kilos, not in pounds. I don't know, it was about 300 and about 270, something like that, in pounds. And so someone suggested to me, instead of titrating up, doing a much lower weight at 5 reps for my first workout, to titrate up with lower volume and a higher intensity, to get my weight as high as I can, as early as I can, and then gradually increase weight and volume over the next couple workouts together instead of starting at a full volume at a lower weight. I want to know what you thought about it.
I think it's stupid. And here's the reason why. You are going into this deal detrained. You're going back under the bar completely detrained. If it was me and I were you, I would go in on the first day and I would squat 3 sets of 5 at 135. And I would go in and I would bench 3 sets of 5 at 135, and I would deadlift 1 set of 5 at 135. And you know what's going to happen? You're going to be sore. It's crazy, but that's what's going to happen. And then the next time I went to train, which is 48 hours later, that's Monday. Wednesday, I'd go in and I'd work up to 3 sets of 5 on the squat at 185. And then I'd take my bench up to 3 sets of 5 at 155 or whatever is reasonable. And then I'd deadlift 2 1/4 for a set of 5. All right. Then Friday, I would go in and I'd squat 2 1/4 for 3 sets of 5. And I'd bench 185 for 3 sets of 5, and I'd deadlift 275. So you see how this is going? Instead of doing it all the first day, which is going to hospitalize your ass, I would smear this return back up to my numbers over 2 weeks using 5s, because 5 is the magic number. 5.
5.
And you think it won't take more than 2 or 3 weeks to get back to those numbers? Not that they were that great anyway. To get to about 270 on the squat and 300 on the deadlift, it'll only take a couple weeks of working like that.
That's correct.
Yep, 2 weeks.
That's correct. And if you ain't got 2 weeks, I think you got 2 weeks. I think you're not that impatient. But if you try to go back in and do this all at one time, you try to go back in and do this all with triples and shit. And look, we know how to do this, all right? At some point, what you're going to have to do is listen to me. And I'm telling you that having done this for 42 years, the way I'm telling you to do it is the way to do it. It will hurt you less. It offers far, far lower a chance of injury than doing it the other way is concerned. All right? And I'm just telling you the best way to do this is just like I've written about it several other times, is start the first day, go in. It shouldn't even take you 30 minutes. You're going to just knock the top off of the scab, all right? And you're going to go ahead and get a little sore. And then the second workout, you go up. You take a bigger jump. Third workout. By the sixth workout, you're right there where you were when you stopped. But if you do it any other way, you run the risk of getting hurt. You're going to get too sore, and you're going to get out of position, and something's going to not work right.